Hello tubers and tubettes. My name is David and I live in Northern California and I love California. Well, today I'm on my way. This is for Bat Builder channel. I'm on my way to pick up a couple of bullets that I had. So on my 57 Chevy, it came with some spare parts. I just assumed they were the right parts. So I'm going to say probably 6 to 9 months ago, I took these two bullets. They were the only thing I didn't have that wasn't chrome, but they're the bullets that go on the front bumpers of a 57 Chevy, or so I thought. And they match my 56, so I confirmed that they looked like they were right. But yesterday, as I was researching and looking on Craigslist for different parts that I might be interested in, come to find out that the 57 Chevy was the only year in which the bullets were different. So on the 55, 56 GMCs, I keep saying Chevy, but I mean GMCs. They have the elaborate bumper system. It has what looks like a cupped out bullet. So it has a bullet, but then where there would normally be a point, it's actually cupped back. So it has a cup look to it. And very unique. And they're very expensive. I think like two of them that are chromed is like $1,400. And I had two extra ones on an extra bumper that I got. So I took the two bullets into the chrome shop. He told me to straighten them out and chrome them. I was looking at about $650 for the both of them, which is still pretty good because I didn't pay anything for them. They came with my build. But last night, as I was reviewing it, I realized, oh my gosh, they made it a different bullet in 1957. Instead of it being kind of like a curved end look, it's like they took the point off of the bullet and then welded it down into that hole. So it has its own point on it. And there's a person that has one. He's about an hour and a half away from me, and down in the Bay Area. Terrible driving down there. But he has two of them for $400. So last night I realized this at about probably 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, oh my God, I got to get over there and see that he didn't chrome them, because if he would have chromed them, I'm gonna have to pay $650 and then just sell them. It's always better, not to improve it and then just sell it like it is. So I'm on my way there now. And he's been apologizing to me left and right. But I'm going to ask if I can take those back if he hasn't done anything to them yet, which I don't think he has. And then I'm going to pick up the other bullets and then bring them and then have him chrome those out. Now, the guy that has these bullets and about an hour and a half away from me, he's got a lot of parts. And so I might be ending up changing a lot of the parts that I do have, because I want to make it as accurate as possible. The front end of my 57 GMC, when the other person owned it, they ran into a tree with it. So he had gotten a bunch of parts and then he got them re-chromed, and I have everything pretty much re-chromed on the bumper system, and there's a lot of money in that. Maybe like $4,500, for a chrome set of bumpers. And then it was just really odd that the bullets were not there. They were on another front bumper, but it didn't have, it wasn't the right one. I thought it was the right one. And like I said, until 11 o'clock last night, I didn't realize I have the wrong ones. So this is going to be an ordeal because I don't know enough about it. I'm having to learn it all. For instance, I have radiator frames that the radiator goes within. And I know on the 56, I'm pretty sure I have the right one because it looks to be original. and it's a V8. I think it's a 316. And again, I'm kind of guessing. I think it's a hydromatic automatic transmission, and I think those are 2 speeds. So very limited, as to how they work. But the radiator frame that I have there should have been made for a V8. And what's kind of odd about it is I did end up buying a GMC or Chevy radiator, and I went to put it inside the frame and it won't fit. So I'm not sure if I have a GMC radiator. It would have been really odd that it would have worked out for me, because I paid $100 for the radiator, and it did also have the basin for the automatic transmission fluid at the bottom of it. I believe it did, but it would not fit into my truck. And then I've already ordered 2 different pulleys to try to put them on my water pump, and neither one of the pulleys work. They're not deep enough. So I'm gonna hopefully go over there and take a look at the engine, take some pictures, put the pulleys on there so I can see what I'm looking for. And then maybe if I go out there to pick up those bullets, I can also see if he has the right pulley. So I need the pulley. I don't know that my carburetor is good, but apparently it used to run when it was parked, and then somebody took the radiator out, and somebody took the hoses off and the belts, and so now I'm left kind of guessing. But maybe this guy is an expert, because he sure has a lot of Chevy parts. My 57 Chevy, again, is very unusual because it's a dually. So I think it's a 1-ton, which means it has a different bumper system. The front bumper on it is really big, and that's not what I have. I have like a 1/2-ton bumper. So I might even need another bumper. And then I don't even know if the top parts, they call it the mustache, if that's correct, or if that will bolt onto it or what. I mean, I could just just use the chrome parts that I have and just make it work, or I could put my chrome parts onto the GMC truck that I have right now, the 1/2-ton, and that way I'd have all chrome stuff on it. But I kind of wanted that to stay original. It has the original bumpers on it, and I can tell they've never been taken off because the bolts are all rusted. They're rusted on there. So fenders are original, doors are original, and they're all original to that truck too. It wasn't like somebody put a different door on there. I do need to get a bed for that one and a rear bumper for it. And then as I'm looking around on Craigslist, I find it's a lady. Her name is Crystal, and she actually has 2 sway bars for a 56 GMC 1/2-ton. And so they're brand new. They're still in the box, and I know they're going to be, I haven't looked them up, but I think they're probably $300-400 each, and she's selling them for $100 for one. And then the one that's a little more intricate, the rear one, she's selling that one for $150 in Sacramento, which is like 40 minutes from me. So I think that those would make a big difference on the handling, especially if I don't have a sway bar. I have to go back to my uncle's and check it out, see what I do have. But I think on my truck, I want it to kind of stay original, so I may not have to put the chrome bumpers and everything on it, but I just can't imagine selling those bumpers when they're in such pristine condition. I'd almost rather switch out the bumpers on my 1/2-ton. And my 1/2-ton truck is a short bed, so it wasn't like somebody cut the frame, because I do have a 57 Chevy truck where the frame was cut. It's cut and then it's kind of welded together to make it the right wheelbase. And then I also have an 87 pickup chassis that was cut for the wheelbase too. So it'll be interesting, but I need to come over here and hopefully see that this shop hasn't, that he hasn't gone ahead and got my bullets done. So I'm gonna go in right now and talk with him. Thanks for watching.